Hi. So, as usual, things are going on and the harassment is non-stop. And they've been relentlessly trying to hack my phone, hack into my financial details, want to know certain passwords. Same following around and stalking and throwing certain spells and doing black magic in the night. All this noise, nuisance, harassment, everything is going on, and my laptop has been compromised. As if it's not enough, they are doing some automatic updates. It doesn't even require any internet or anything, like remotely, because of course physically it's here, but somebody else is literally operating it somewhere else, right? So they are literally took over the laptop thing, and whenever I try to connect the internet, they are trying to deliberately slow down the internet to stop me from, one, entertaining myself online, number two, uploading these videos, number three, and most important, so I don't go to certain websites and look for spiritual information. They are assuming that I go to certain websites to find out, or certain channels to find out certain information about what's actually going on legally, what they're going through, and they think that by disrupting my internet activity and my signal and connection, they can somehow manipulating my freedom, essentially. So the same bullshit is going on non-stop. The noise campaigns and disturbance and insects and hacking into systems and throwing spells left, right and center. And when I go out, they're literally hiring people and paying money to make fun of me, to laugh at me, or to embarrass me and make a joke out of me. Out of nowhere, they would have to just show up, and the puppet masters will have given them some information. And using that information, these people have to make fun of me in some way or the other, to make it embarrassing for me. And then wherever I go for anything, people are already paid off, and everybody is already informed and given notice on to what to do, what not to do, how to behave and all that. They have a memo, literally everybody. And then there are shops surrounding those shops that I go to, where people keep an eye out and watch, okay, what I'm buying, what I'm doing, everything, my body language. And then they are sending certain, since I do not let anyone come near me, I'm careful about that. They are using children in the name of playfulness. They want to deliberately come too close to touch me and all that. They have no idea. Touching me doesn't bring anything, but the disruption to privacy and personal space, that's still happening physically, digitally and spiritually. Still going on. No, nothing has changed. And they're actively trying to disrupt my internet activity by controlling the speed. It's dead slow, like it doesn't matter whether I have an unlimited internet plan and I have 1.5 GB per day plan, and I paid a lot of money for it, and still they are controlling by I barely even watch 400 MB a day, and they just control it and disrupt it. It's all about control and manipulation. They want to control what you do, how you do, when do you do. And not just that, like when I'm cooking also, they have a problem. The moment I start cooking, these creatures come around and they hide under the electric stove and they start throwing spells, either to burn the food or throw some things will fall, or to injure me, or to slow the cooking process. Like imagine, all they do is this. That's what I said even in the last video. There is really nothing of value to even talk about this nastiness. It's just non-stop, jobless people, purposeless, meaningless, empty shells with no meaning in their own lives, nothing to do with their lives. I mean, these lives are so worthless, whether they are alive or dead, it's all the same. It's all just the same. Pathetic. There is nothing of value there to even look at it. And all they want to do is hurt people, harm people, embarrass them, make jokes about them, look you a certain way, and try to just, because I'm going out for my things and they want to stop me, again controlling the movement. stop me from going out freely. So they want to keep on hiring people, literally hiring people, paying them to make fun of me or behave a certain way to embarrass me. Why would I be? Again, if you are the ones doing cheap ass activities, you should be ashamed of yourself. Why would I even bother about all that garbage? You are the garbage. I don't care about garbage. You are the garbage. It's your problem, it's your level. Why would I even bother about that? And they want to control everything. When I cook, when I want to do something, it's a problem. When I don't cook, it's another thing. And then the noise, and then the all this spells and black magic and disruptions to sleep, either through spells or either through certain noise and lights and other stuff, but mostly through these creatures coming and creeping around and throwing spells to disturb the sleep, disturb the peacefulness in the sleep, and to throw some sexual related spells. And they want to manipulate the information again. Like, I know the case is coming to an end and they lost everything. They have no case at all. It's all empty fluff with all lies and manipulation in it. There is no real information in there and they are lost already. Okay, they are on the verge of losing everything. Every single person on the verge of losing everything that they stole from me. Okay, from the creation. So they are on the losing, they already lost and on the verge of losing every single last penny, and I know that, and it is what they deserve. So they are trying to manipulate information as if to say, oh, there is still some more time left, there is still some case left, there is still some court activity left. That kind of manipulative information they are trying to plan. No, it's all over, it's almost coming to a close and it's all over, and they lost, and I know that. And I know they have to give everything back, and they will. They have no other choice. They will and they should, and there is nothing left there. All the fluff is gone and all the truth is out and they are all caught and exposed. And they want to manipulate the information to say, oh, there is still a lot of time left for you to be patiently waiting for justice to come. It's not going to take any more time. It's almost over, and I know that. Again, this kind of manipulation, and then other kinds of manipulation I mentioned about some random person has changed their heart and changed their mind. They are coming to you with flowers and love and this and that. All this drama is still going on, this manipulation. Even though I told very clearly, I know the difference between a sold out and a divine person. I mean, come on. And even though I made it very clear, they still keep playing this game, this manipulative game. They want to keep playing this manipulative game as if to, they think that I'm going to believe in that useless piece of empty information of lies and lies and lies. And only because I know the intentions and motives, and I know they are going to go to jail, and very soon everybody is going to lose everything that they fraudulently stole from others, not just me, from everywhere. And they are all going to be on the roads, literally living a garbage life. That's exactly their level, where they should actually be. Without the stealing, that's where they are. And when all is taken away, that's where they will be. It's the rightful place for them. Perfectly rightful place for them. So they're still manipulating information because they assume she's sitting between four walls and we are controlling the information. We are controlling the internet also. She cannot even open her YouTube videos without giving this enough speed for her to view these videos. And as soon as she starts viewing these videos, we send all these creatures around. Because we are unable to hack the phone, we send creatures to get close enough to stalk which channel she is watching, what kind of information she is watching, where is she getting her information from, and all that, so that we can manipulate and control the information again. Okay, so since we are controlling all these, they are assuming they are controlling me, or they are controlling the real information, which is bull. So again, the same BS is going on, and they want to manipulate information. They are controlling the internet speed to limit me from even viewing videos and entertaining myself and just having fun, just having my own life. Come on, I paid the money, I have the service. This makes me believe very, very firmly that YouTube and Airtel are also involved. It's very clear. I mean, the amount of money, power, everything I have, and amount of things that these people steal in the name of science and technology and advancement. I know everything, all the frauds that go on with all these towers and so-called technologies, why smartphones are even invented. And this is exactly the reason, to manipulate and control people, their activities, make them. They wanted to control physical lives that worked as long as the population was a little limited, and they wanted more people to sacrifice. So they created more and more illegitimate people on the planet, and then they wanted more people to be again sacrificed. So they created more and more clones out of those people. Okay, by killing, they're just creating clones. That's what they wanted to do with me also. So more than 5, I think out of 7.9 billion people on this planet, at least 5.5 to 6 billion people are clones. Even more than that. None of them are real humans. And that's the point of all these secret societies and cults and covens, because they all want to copy somebody else's life. That's why I know there are at least 3-4 women out there who they cloned in the sense they cannot fully clone me, so they try to find people who look close enough to me, and then they have plastic surgeons. This is how they use science and technology. That's what I'm talking about. So they use some plastic surgeons and all that to make these people look like me, so that these people will go to court in my name, and then they have signs and everything else, all the documents, everything they already stole, my originals. So they have all things, all fraudulent and all forged and fake things, illegitimate, illegal documents ready. So they even made an illegitimate persons also ready. Okay, just in case. Not just one person, at least 3 women are there out there. 4th one is this bitch who is trying to kill me and take over my personality, which will never happen. She will be dead very soon. Again, this is not my thing. They have been doing death spells on me, like left, right and center, non-stop they have been doing death spells on me. So everything will go back to her. It's again universal law. It will work that way. So very soon it's gonna be there, and few more things like that will happen, which is all again God's will. It's not even my headache. It's God's will, and that's how universal laws work. And so these clones have been attending in my name, using my signatures, using my identity. They almost look like me. Okay, they did all these plastic surgeries. They made me cut a lot of hair in the last 3, 4, 6, 7 years actually. I never cut my hair before, never. So they made me cut my hair since 2014. Since the time I moved to Hyderabad, I've cut my hair, oh my god, I think more than 5-6 times, and huge. It's a lot of hair. First 2-3 times it was a lot of hair. So they used all this to make it look like make these people look like me, and then body language and face and everything. So these fake ass people were going to court in my name, going to other public places in my name. They've been doing prostitutions. They've been doing social media profiles in my name, Instagram and other things, and everywhere. And they've been wearing. This is another thing. I have thrown away a lot of old clothes. So these people even literally use my clothes. 1, for black magic. 2, to wear them and impersonate me, literally identity theft. Number 3, to use these clothes to make it look like I am part of some sort of criminal activity or illegal activity. Just an image, because the person looks like me. They're not fully, so they make it look like. AI and technology. These are all invented for that, Photoshop, right? Adobe and all that. So they use all these techniques to just edit as much as possible, but nothing can ever change a truth to a lie or a lie to a truth. So they've been doing all this to impersonate me, to make it look like I am somewhere where I should not be. Okay, the real person is them and not me. Something like that. Again, fake illusions. Okay, and train these people to literally, like training actors and actresses. They've been training these people to impersonate me, talk, walk, do, slow, fast, everything. That is why all these recordings, all the non-stop stalking, all the non-stop things about my studying me in and out and left and right, and okay, this has been going on for years, and they've been training these people, and these are the people who attended the courts, these fake people. They are caught, I know that. Okay, and they've been controlling the mails. Not just the digital, but of course physical mail also. They already paid off the people who bring the mail, and then of course they don't have to pay off. There is always literally 2 to 3 people walking around that mailbox, and then the gate, and then the main lift. Within the 300 meters of from the main gate of the building to the lift where I go to my home, there is at least 3 people always sitting there and watching, along with the watchmen and other security people, so-called security people of this so-called building, okay, in the name of their job, sitting and keeping an eye out. That's another reason how they are controlling the information coming to me. That's how they controlled even that there is a case going on, that they are caught and I am involved or my name is involved and they are frauds and they are getting caught and all these things. Okay, they controlled all that. That's why I did not know all this time, and it's still going on. They paid off not only the postman, but they made sure there are crores and crores of clones and sold out losers who are willing to do anything for a bit of money and to kill and freely live off blood money, right? I already told this. So there is this bunches of people who are like every 100 meters there are 3-4 people. Every 100 meters there are 3-4 people. Count like that. Last 35 years, every single place I went, every single thing, place, event, movie, food, restaurant, a random person, to a bus, train, plane, traveling, neighbors, so-called neighborhoods, and talking, laughing. Oh my, and this is just physical, and then digital, and then spiritual. Oh my goodness. That's why I'm telling there are at least 5.6 billion people out of 7.8 billion people who are all frauds and clones and who are all part of these societies, and they will all be wiped out very, very, very soon. Not just these people and these particular cults and these particular secret societies. No. I have come here to wipe out all this garbage once and for all. Once and for all. There's barely any real people here, but only they will exist, but rest of them will be totally gone, and very soon it will all happen. There is no doubt about it. And that's why all these are fake people. I mean, if one person with more than $100 million trillion of money as my inheritance, they steal it, and imagine how many people are living off of it. Living off of that money, that energy, that dreams and inventions and everything that God has gifted me for this world. And then they stole it and made it into a business. Again, whatever they steal, they turn it into business. Everything that I have been doing, every idea that I had in my system, that I had in my mind, again, telepathic talking. So in my mind, in my mouth, in my system, whatever I shared with others, every single ideas that I have written out in my laptops and papers and books, wherever, I thought there is privacy, right? There is a lot of things that I wanted to do. Aeronautical engineering, that was given to somebody else. Again, like I said, swiping of things, right? Bad luck, good luck thing. They did this. I have been very, very creative, and I designed a lot of dresses when I was about 15-16 year old. I used to regularly design dresses and do my own designing actually. And they stole that too. There was a few times there was a newspaper that was coming to my house regularly, and I used to look at the dresses and patterns in there, and sometimes I used to think of how to improvise on those patterns and dresses, and next week, every week those dresses will come, okay, new designs. And I used to see that next week or a couple of weeks later when new edition comes, I used to see exactly what I thought in my head, how these dresses can be improvised, right? Those are the kind of dresses that I used to see there. Like literally, I used to think, how come I just thought about it just a week or 10 days ago, a couple of weeks ago. That's exactly how they stole every creative idea from me, like everything. Designing, be it research oriented. There's a lot of research ideas I had, lots and lots and lots. Even as a kid, I used to always question things and try to improvise things and put down my thoughts and ideas. But I don't even have to do it on paper. Like I said, they're already stealing it in the dream form and sleep form, and telepathic form. So stealing in paper is nothing. So on paper they stole, and then on digitally I used to write down everything in files and keep it in my system as potential, ideas. They stole everything, and everything, every single thing. This makes me realize that I am the creation. I am the creation. This creation is destined for me. That is why God has sent me to wipe these parasites, these leeches and parasites and thieves out of the creation once and for all. I have no doubt about it. I have zero doubts about it. I always knew. Just to announce it, I've been waiting, that's it. And today the time has come. This is the truth. And I am wiping everybody out clean, left, right and center. There is no doubt about it. They can control as much as they want. They already lost. But this is nothing. This is just the beginning. They're going to lose everything because it's not theirs. Simple as that. It's not theirs. And what's rightful for people is going back to them. What's not rightful, what is stolen, is being deprived. Okay, whatever. Everything is being balanced out and cleaned and put in place, actually saying. Right now. And I know that, and it's exactly why I'm here. This is my creation, this is my life, this is my world, this is mine. That is why God has sent me here. And that is why they have been stealing everything from me. Because everything about me is reflected in the creation. I knew it even as a child. There used to be so many ideas I used to have. And everything they stole and made money out of it. Everything they stole and made. It was a free gift. It was a creative thing. It was an idea. It was something for, grander purpose, whatever. And then they stole it. They did it. There are a lot of systems that were designed. There are so many books and movies made out of my creative ideas and dreams. And I know that. So many. Esoteric knowledge, all these things. Innumerable things. Not just one, two. I am very, 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 very creative, and I know that everywhere I see something, I know how to improvise it or do something about it, or just randomly I used to have trillions of ideas and I used to note down and keep. They stole every single. I used to see them in newspapers and certain inventions, certain things in certain places, and I used to think that it was my intuition. Intuition is like somewhat like predicting the future sort of thing. Sometimes, not always. So I used to really assume that, this was already there in the creation. I did not know it then. But somehow it came to my psyche in the spiritual. One second. These creatures are coming into creep. So, and I used to see these exact creations that were there in my head, and I had the ideas about it, right? And I used to see them either, like I said, in the movies or in the newspapers or in the fashion designing thing or in the psychological aspect. Like I'm telling you, there is no limit to what is what and what is not kind of thing. There was never, because these divisions were created by this world to make money, divide and confuse and make people think like, it takes a long time to master things and all that. They don't teach anything because they don't know anything. You see the point? That's why I've seen so many people who call themselves scholars and very intellectual people and this and that and experts in certain fields, and they don't know crap. All they do is fluff. All about is about fluff and ego. Because there is no real substance. Everything was stolen from me or my previous people. Everything was stolen. That's why they don't know anything about anything. That's why all the textbooks, books, degrees, jobs, all these fake ass projects and IT and technology and signals and frequency and phone and laptop and battery and crap. I'm telling you, they stole everything in the creation from me and people like me. There is no freaking doubt about it. That is why they don't know anything. All they know is, I'll steal it, I'll make money out of it, and I'll cheat people out of it. I'll steal it, I'll cheat more people and make something useless out of it. I'll steal it, I'll make something out of it, so I'll rob more people out of it. I'll make more money out of it. In fact, there is not much of money. I already know how these people make money, how governments are run and how all these, things are run on a huge level. Because all you have to do is give somebody for a sacrifice, either a single person who is close to you or group of people that you don't know, you don't care about. Doesn't matter. It's all about, like I said, energy, right? So give certain energy to these dark spiritual forces, promise them, give them a promise, literally. And you do that in an instant, they will generate I don't know, some billions of dollars of money kind of thing, actually. Just like that, there is this huge room of currency they will just create out of thin air because you sold yourself out and you are willing to sacrifice someone close to you, be it most of the times it's a female daughter, sometimes it's son. Mostly it's because a female has a creation energy. Why I mentioned is because a female has a womb. She can literally create a life out of something. That's really huge. It's powerful and it's important. But then again, a lot of females sold themselves out, and that's the disastrous state of this world is because of that. Men already sold themselves out. But women sold themselves out a long time ago. That's the biggest problem again. Because they can create a life out of something, nothing literally. And yet they compromised so much. It's beyond disgusting. I don't even want to talk about it. Really, I don't. So that's the thing. So this is most of the times the females. So give your daughter. They literally give female children to cults from the birth itself. Like literally written off them. In reverse for money, promotions, lots of clout and status and power and all that. They literally give off. Give off means use my child for sexual abuse. That's what it is. Use them, abuse them sexually in any way, shape or form. As young as 10-day-old child, doesn't matter. Use them sexually, use them like objects, abuse them, even kill them if you want, but damage them as much as possible and keep the cult going on, right? That is why the sacrifice is another important thing. They make legitimate kids. It has to be an illegitimate kid. Mostly females. Someone you love very much, and then you have to give them off, sold them off to the cult. Okay, later on to use them, abuse and make them prostitutes literally. Damage them first before they even grow, okay? And then shame them, put them into certain cycles. And then you literally turn them into prostitutes. And that's what these people are doing now. Not just women, men also, boys also. Turn them into prostitutes. And run the society. Pretend like you are respectful people on the surface, but you're all prostitutes actually. Okay, that's the whole idea actually. That's the whole agenda. So selling people out, creating. These people are trying to disrupt me. I closed everything, but still insects and mosquitoes are coming in to stop me from speaking this. I don't care. It's nothing. They're all going to be wiped out very, very soon. There's not much time left, and I know that. This needs to happen. And this is happening. It will happen. There is no doubt about it, and it's perfectly. And there is another, I was talking about female and children, right? So they literally give off to cults to abuse them. Okay, turn them into any object they want. They are like mold and mud that they will mold into prostitutes. There is nothing much they will do. It's all about prostitution, sacrifice, burning stuff, keeping these people in certain very depraved states, like even in cages or something like that. Abuse them as much as possible. Like in America, they literally have so many movies have covered this. They have children, bunch of children trapped in basements, and nobody will never know that they exist, right? This is how trafficking and abuse, child trafficking and child abuse works. They literally keep them in cages, keep them under bus, in autos. They all look like normal school-going children or whatever. Kidnap them. If not directly, some people directly literally sell off their children to cults. Do them as they want. I want my money. I will do whatever. That's how it works. And they will let them. In the day, they pretend that they are going to day school, daycare, school, college, and all. It's all a pretense. Okay, they have a career. There is a singer, they are a dancer, they are a psychologist, they are a biology student. Doesn't matter. What they do is prostitution, and they are already sold off to cults from birth. And parents do it, and then the cycle continues, and the cycle continues, and then the cycle continues. And they traffic, and if it is not trafficking directly through this, they literally kidnap. They kidnap, they slip off, and then under certain vehicles, under the tunnels. Suddenly certain tunnels were built all over the world, and even in our country. Pay attention. This is to traffic all this people from, because the more far away, like how they kidnapped me, the more far away they take them away from their original people and original homes, the quicker these kids will be made to force to feel helpless as soon as possible. And the moment they feel helpless enough, they can be forced into prostitution and trafficking and slavery, sex slavery. When I say slavery, everything ends with sex only in these cults. Everything has to do with sex. You know why? Actually, sex is very sacred. It's between two people willing to be so vulnerable that they are willing to be naked and be together in such a vulnerable emotional sexual state. It's supposed to be between these two people. Sex is sacred. So they want to bastardize and pervertize it as much as possible, in many ways as possible. Okay? So to corrupt, there are many million ways. To keep it sacred, there is only one way. Simple as that. Just like truth, there is only one truth. But if you want to corrupt it and make it a lie, there is an infinite number of ways you will do it, and you can do it. That's how it is. So they'll kidnap these people, take them far away from their homes as soon as possible, even in helicopters and airplanes, cages, cargos, even in a simple auto rickshaw, children trying to study from one village to another town or something like that. Doesn't matter. Buses, as long as they are caught vulnerable, they are alone or somehow in a place, either parents sold off or they can be easily kidnapped, they will just go missing. That's why police don't even take a lot of cases here, if you notice. Okay, especially when it comes to children and women, police make fun of it. They try to ignore, they try to delay and all that, because they know what's happening. They know what's happening. They're all in on it. They're all in on it. It's an organized crime all over the world. All over the world, it's a connected network. It's a very, very, very intricately designed, very internally connected. That's why these people have to be everywhere, from the lowest of the in the society to the highest of the echelons in the society. They have to be filled with compromised people so that all these organized crimes can go on smoothly, well-oiled machine, and people who are trying to expose and say truth like me can be made to feel like idiots. Immediately they can be put down by saying it's a conspiracy theory, she's crazy, he's crazy, she's schizophrenic, she's hearing voices. They create voices using technology, you know that? They are called directed energy weapons. They use certain frequencies to turn a person crazy, talk a certain way, like I said, and then they use black magic like they did with my mother. All they have to do is certain curses and mantras and regularly feed them certain foods, and then regularly bring them to your home and bring them into certain environments, and they are compromised. Their energies are compromised and they are literally taken over, and the other person doesn't even know that they are no longer that same person. Their identity is never the same. They are gone. That's another type of sold out. They don't know. They don't even know it. Like that, they use frequencies, foods, mantras, spells, black magic, and they use certain weapons, directed energy, electronic weapons and frequencies. That's why laptops, phones and smartphones. So keep them as hooked to wrong kind of frequencies so that they won't even know what's happening. They won't even see what's happening. They won't even hear what's happening. And then if we want them to look crazy, let us introduce a mental illness, category of mental illnesses: schizophrenia, autism, sensitivity, extra sensitivity, ADHD, anxiety, depression. I'll tell you something. They use all this as an excuse to keep people who are awakening to the truth in mental asylums, so that they will never come out. They will always be made to feel crazy. They are made to look like they are not normal, and their own parents will also be worried about them, so they will heavily keep them. Again, chemical abuse. The medication is for that, both physical and for mental. They use medications to totally mess with their brain so that they will never feel okay ever again. So that they'll be afraid to speak the truth, because only they know what's happening. Only they can see, because some kind of spiritual thing has happened enough for them that something has connected them to the reality of this world. Okay, the delusions and illusions of the matrix. And the moment they keep track of these people, they use frequencies, chemicals, certain foods, black magic, heavy black magic. Science and technology is black magic. Religion is black magic. All these gods and idols and things and lemons and coconuts, black magic. Anything that we eat regularly, salt and sugar, they throw black magic into stuff like that. Water, everything. seeing, I'm telling you. The science and technology, the so-called craze for being scientific and rational, it was all pushed forward by the same cults so that they can totally make the people who are spiritual and really seeing the truth look crazy and throw them into either heavy medication and keep them dumb, because they will be so drowned with the chemical drowsiness and all that, that just to survive they will just go with the flow, or they will kill themselves. This is another excellent trick they use, using medication, because you give certain kind of medications to certain people, bipolar and all that, they will, in the name of using bipolar, that kind of fake diagnosis, if they give certain medications, these people will feel suicidal. A perfectly normal person within a couple of weeks will kill themselves. I'm telling you. So the whole mental illness business was created because they could see that a lot of people are about to wake up to the truth. So it has to be created. That is why this whole mental illness industry was also started less than 100 years ago. Because they see what's coming. They could see, because they're spiritually stalking, right? So they use this, they use abuse, trafficking as another way to keep people trauma bonded. The more trauma you are putting, the more sexually, and that sexual abuse is also to create lots of trauma, false memories and false fears, and so that they will never wake up to the full truth. Once they heal the trauma, they see the truth much better, like I have done. So that's why these people are surprised, like why is black magic and all this abuse not working on her? All the psychological tactics, frequencies also don't work on me. So how is this, whatever that works on other normal, unawakened, dumb person, how is it this is not working on her? Because she is a total divine, she is healed, she is full, she is like full, solid, complete. Like if you are abused and you are full in trauma, especially sexual abuse is much more intrusive, right? Think about it. Emotional and psychological is also horrible because you can't share. And then sexual abuse at a very young age. So they do this to create gaps in your spiritual energy, like aura. The more gaps and holes in your aura, the more unhealed you are, the more traumatic you are, the more so down with your life and with yourself, that image and love and confidence and self-esteem, okay, the respect, dignity. That is why you are willing to sell yourself. They create that environment for people to sell themselves out also. It's an industry. The Matrix is an industry. That's why military, government, all governments and all military is part of it. All intelligence, special forces, whatever they want to call it. However, wherever high level information is there, confidential stuff is there, secret stuff is there, top secret stuff is there, they call it, oh, this is for intelligence, this is for national security. This data has to be kept secret. It's because they are using it to hurt people and keep them dumb and keep people as asleep as possible. That this world is not the reality. This is not the reality. That is why they need clones. The people like me who are on the verge of awakening or who are born into certain gifts, kill them as soon as possible before they fully wake up to the truth, and then create a clone. This person is killed. The clone is playing the game in the system anyways. So they will keep on going and project a certain image that you have to be like this to survive in the system. And then this keeps going on. The well-oiled machine. Everything in this world is an organized crime. Whatever you think is normal here is not normal. It's all an organized crime. Everything is an organized crime. Not just what happens with children and trafficking and all that. Everything. This is all a lie. And this lie needs to fully fall apart, break down. And that's why I'm here. And that's why I'm here. And that's why my money is my money. My energy is my energy. My divinity is mine. And my life is mine and mine only. I am the sole owner of everything that belongs to me. And I have the sole authority, spiritually and physically in this world, of everything that pertains to me. Only me. It's called sovereignty. It's called sovereignty, spiritual sovereignty. Freedom. Full freedom is sovereignty on all levels. In all levels. That's why they can't affect me. Nobody can affect me. I am sovereign. And that's why they're doing all this to me. To make me feel like somehow I'm not sovereign, somehow I'm not free. I am sovereign, I am free. Free means free on all levels. And that's why when God gifts me with everything, He gifted that extreme financial wealth to me, because I'm financially free at birth. Slaves get stuck in the system. That's also part of karma. So they will learn their lessons and awaken to the truth and try to get out of the system. They pay their debts. Once you pay your debts, you can get out of the system. That's why they keep you trauma bonded. They keep you in debts, both spiritual, emotional, physical, psychological, financial, sexual debts. Any kind of unpaid or unresolved open wounds or open, unfinished businesses and open loose ends. Any kind of loose ends in your area, in any area of your life, is a debt, is karma. So they use that to tangle you. That's what quantum entanglement. They are trying to project it as a good thing. This is exactly an exploitation game. Quantum entanglement is a perfect exploitation game for these people. A trauma bonded person is bonded to another abuser who is perfectly aware of this quantum entanglement game. I am quantumly free. That's what sovereignty means. I have no links with anything. I am free. My energy is free. It's divine. It's sovereign. They can't do shit with me. And they should not. They are doing, but they should not. That's why there will be serious repercussions. Every single one of them. It's going to be so beautiful when that happens. It's very soon, it's coming. I know that. It's going to be very beautiful. God speaks through that kind of justice actually. God wants people to finally see the truth. At least people who are still human enough. Not clones and sold outs. The clones will be wiped out. There's no doubt about that. It's over for all of them. Every single one of them. 85-90% of the planet will be clean sooner than we know, and and it's supposed to be that way. So that's why they're doing all this to me, but that's the truth. What's happening is exactly what should be happening, and this is right. The time has come. Time has come, as it should. And of course, this harassment keeps going on, but the repercussions will be extremely serious. You will watch. You will see them. When the repercussion starts happening, everybody will see. I'm going to be sitting and watching on a big screen with popcorn in my hands. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that moment actually. So that's all for now.